some sort of tar.
No, not at all.
no,
No, you're
I
all right.
couldn't.
I didn't-
I have my glasses, and there weren't many
I
commas
didn't.
in
Yeah,
there.
I didn't break it down very well. I'll make more of an effort next time. Yeah, let's jump to the breakdown of it. So,
Okay.
why is Kylo Ren's lightsaber so jagged? Well, we know the answer to this. Rob, take it away.
So, in the Star Wars Visual Dictionary, there is a breakdown of Kylo Ren's lightsaber by schematic, and the answer is that the crystal that's used is cracked.
Mm-hmm.
The crystal is cracked, that's why it needs exhaust ports at the side, which is kind of what they are
To vent the sheet.
to vent the excess kind of, I guess, runoff, you could call it. But the I think it's Kyber Crystal, isn't it? They use.
That's right. Yeah.
The Kyber Crystal is cracked, so that makes the blade unstable.
Yeah.
And I take crystals are incredibly rare, right? Otherwise, everyone would be running around with.
Well, you say that, but actually, in the Visual Dictionary, they say that the First Order is putting kyber crystals in their turbo laser turrets. So there's maybe there's a new source since the original trilogy, but we've always been given the impression that the lightsaber crystals were very rare because it was always a rite of passage in the Legends canon for a Jedi to find their crystal and build their saber.
And it is still part of canon still from the Clone Wars.
Okay, and I guess these crystals are like self-perpetuating energy sources.
No, the lightsabers have energy cells in the hilt as well. The crystals just focus the energy into that beam, and there's a force field that contains the beam in place. Kylo's
second question. The second part of that question is interesting.
Yeah,
did he build it?
Did he build it? Or did Snoke? I think he built it.
I think he did. Yeah,
and I don't. It plays into the Snoke and Kylo Ren Sith. If Snoke isn't a Sith Lord, I think Kylo is a Sith wannabe. I think Kylo desperately wants to be a Sith, which is probably why he's built the lightsaber. Yeah. Now, I reached out to Pablo Hidalgo this week and I didn't get an answer. Now, he's usually pretty good at getting back to fans about these sorts of things. And the question I asked, now I know this is more than likely going to elicit a response from Rob. The question I asked Pablo was, is the cracked crystal in Kylo Ren's lightsaber Darth Vader's?
Oh.
And I'm going to be putting together a Star Wars Insights about that next week. Because we know that he sent a bounty hunter, in inverted commas, to Endor to pick something up.
In the perfect weapon.
Yeah, but didn't the lightsaber go down the shaft with his hand?
Well, the hand certainly came off, didn't it? I heard something a little while ago on Rebel Force Radio where somebody said very cryptically to, I think it was to Jimmy Mack, one of the hosts, somebody said, think about how many lightsabers Luke left the Death Star with. It's important.
Okay, and what's the answer to that?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
Well, is there anything visual in the films where you actually see him holding two?
No. I
don't recall.
Maybe we've missed it all these years.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
I think it's time for a Blu-ray rewatch of Episode 6.
Yeah.
He's obviously onto something. I wouldn't have said it.
No, I asked Pablo the question directly, did Kylo salvage that lightsaber? And has he taken it apart? And, was it damaged? Even if it fell down that shaft, that Endor was sprayed with debris from that Death Star. So
that's
that
a
may
big.
Be something
that went straight down to the middle, and the middle bit's the bit that blew up. That would have been obliterated. That thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Has to take a lot of temperature.
Or maybe Palpatine fell out then, and he's on the planet, but shagging some evil.
Just rubbing his head. Oh, that stings. The film The Force Awakens was supposed to open with a tumbling saber. I don't know whether that's where the guys got their title from.
Possibly.
Initially it was supposed to open with a lightsaber tumbling through space with Luke's hand still clutching it. And then the lightsaber went through the atmosphere of Jakku, the hand burnt up, and the lightsaber landed on the planet
Seriously?
untouched. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm really glad they didn't do that because that's hokey as all hell.
Yeah, a lot of people really
like that
are really bent out of shape over it. Actually, I might have misspoken there. It may not have been Jakku, but it landed somewhere.
I was going to say, I might have just laughed my balls off. It might have just soured the whole film for me of like, oh, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, oh dear.
Well, we're gonna...
the second part of the question. I'm gonna offer an alternate theory. He cracked his crystal during the construction because he's impatient.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Could be. You know, I'm just throwing it out there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what about our Snoke and Kylo Ren Sith?
Could be. I mean,
so
Connor raises a good point in that he asks, the Sith is always been about the rule of two. Why so many Knights of Ren? But it's never said that the Knights of Ren are Sith, only that Kylo Ren leads them. So in the same way that Darth Vader has his Inquisitors, which are not Sith, they're dark side Force users.